Okay, so here's how this is going to work. Each candidate will be given 2 minutes for an introduction and opening statements. Candidates will then be asked questions we have received from our readers. Some questions will be asked of all candidates, others will be directed at a specific candidate. Candidates will be given 1 minute for each answer. Our timer, Nicole down here, will hold up, show them the sign you're going to hold up when you've got 30 seconds left backwards, thank you. And then the stop sign when your time is up. So let's go ahead with the opening statements, and we're just going to start at this end and work this way for the first one. So kicking it off will be Mr. John Baker, who is a candidate in District 2. You can sit, you can stay seated.
First off, I'd like to thank everybody for coming here tonight. So nice to meet you. Closer? Yeah. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Okay, very good. Okay, first off, I'd like to say thank you for everybody for coming here tonight. It's nice to see people that are involved in the community, want to see elections go right. Second thing is, you might not know who I am. I used to have a lot of signs all over the place, but maybe when the elections are over, the candidates that are running will bring my signs back, so at least I know who I am. Anyway, my name is John Baker. I would like to thank all of you who made an effort. Local elections are actually very important because they determine not only what happens in our local communities, your vote also helps shape our state and the nation. I'm here tonight because I feel I can be of service to our community, more of our community, more to you. I consider you the community. I'd like to help the city grow the right way, instead of growing to suit the wants and needs of special interests. Again, it goes back to the community. I'm running a grassroots campaign, which means I receive no money, have not received any money from outside of our community. Not received any money from developers. My vote is not for sale to the highest bidder. The votes I would be making from behind the desk would not for me, they would not be for special interests. The votes I would cast would represent only your interests. So I shoot to the bottom here. Our community is facing some tough choices regarding heavy traffic congestion, crime, and shortage of police coverage. I would like to be a part of the solution, and with your help, this coming November 4th, we can make Menifee a better place to live. My name is John Baker, and thank you.
Thank you, John. Next we have John Denver, who's running in District 4.
My name is John Denver. I'm your councilman in District 4 right now. I was an advocate behind the movement for city incorporation in 2008 and was one of the original members of the Menifee City Council. I'm running for re-election based on my experience and my accomplishments. I've worked for 20 years with the residents of Sun City to explore the benefits of incorporating into the city of Menifee. I worked hard to help the city grow responsibly since its official beginnings. I've played an important role as a council member from 2008 until 2011. Then I served as mayor from 2011 to 2012, and since then have represented District 4. That's the northeast portion of our city. My platform is based on wise and balanced development. I believe that people like Menifee just the way Menifee is. I'd like to keep it that way. Balanced development as the population grows. We have an average home sales price of $329,000. We want to keep a variety of available houses, different prices for our residents. I believe in freedom. I believe in the rights of owners to use their property as they see fit. When a developer pulls away from our community because of a tax on developers, the city loses. I'm proud of the number of projects which I played a positive role in this district. The Line A flood control, completion of the missing link of the Menifee Road, and I and the city council voted for that light. Nobody else did. And that greatly improved the north and south traffic flow. I'd like to have your vote at the end of during this election, and appreciate your time.
Thank you, John. Next we have Tom Furman in District 2.
Well, first of all, I'm going to agree with what everybody else says, but I have to dispel a vicious flyer that's flying around my district.
Yeah.
This picture right here was taken at the Boys and Girls Charity Fundraiser Poker Tournament, which I donated $150. Then who has the power to make Inland Empire taxpayers spend thousands of dollars on a slanderous flyer that is not tied to a politician? Yes, I did vote for a new city attorney. The so-called investigation went back 5 years on my bank records to see if I had any unrecorded contributions, and they found nothing because I do not accept contributions. After I exposed the deal at track 31392, where the developer saved $250,000, okay, so to censor me, my two colleagues who are running for re-election filed an FPPC complaint and hired an attorney at a cost of $100,000 to do what? Blue line stream violation, not guilty. MS4 violation, not guilty. Manure ordinance, not guilty. This was not cheap. It cost me $40,000 to protect my property rights. After filing a brief on my public hearing on June 9th, the city capitulated. The attorney was dismissed and my constitutional and property rights were upheld. Now, why did I run for public office? On February 2nd, 2010, Mr. Mann and Mr. Denver passed a deal over the objections of Fred Twyman, Wally Edgerton, and dozens of public speakers, including myself, and gave a $3.5 million discount to KB Homes in exchange for a 20-acre park in the Plymouth Wharf that will never be built in my lifetime. It's a lousy deal behind closed doors. I ran for public office in 2010 and won. I will fight for the rights to have home-based businesses on large lots. Please, watch my YouTube video
That's your time,
and the
Tom.
article on Menifee Bus.
Thank you, Tom. Next, we have Sue Christensen, also running in District 2.
Thank you, Doug, and thank you to the entire Menifee 24/7 team for hosting this forum. It's important to us, the candidates, to have the opportunity to answer your questions and let you know us a little bit better before you cast your vote. A little bit about me. I work full-time for Southern California Gas as a strategy manager. I teach leadership part-time at Mount San Jacinto College. In addition to my work, I am extremely active in our community. I participate in all of the Chamber of Commerce events, the Rotary events, and have for many, many years. I volunteer at the Quail Valley Volunteer Firefighter Pancake Breakfast once a month. I recently worked on an environmental grant application on behalf of the QVEC, Quail Valley Environmental Coalition, and I serve as board chair on two nonprofit organizations in Menifee, the Menifee United Way and the Boys and Girls Club of Menifee, the recently established Boys and Girls Club of Menifee. Although I am extremely proud to be involved in all of these efforts and everything that I do in the city, I'm especially proud of the Boys and Girls Club. I saw a need in this community for quality activities for children, not only just to occupy their time, but also to capture those at-risk kids who are at a crossroads in their life and provide that opportunity for them to have wholesome, safe, and valuable enrichment programs. I saw the need. I worked with some really, really dedicated people in the community, wonderful community leaders, and together we brought this to fruition. We opened our doors on June 12th, and I'm thrilled to say that we already in 4 months have over 400 members. Why do I tell you all this? Because I want you to understand how much I love this city. I've dedicated the last 12 years to working to better the lives of the people in this community. I am proud to pour my heart and soul into it. I have experience as a council member and my education and experience in business, so I believe the combination of all of these things is a recipe for an excellent representative for District 2. Some specific things I want to tackle: bring quality jobs to Menifee, this was mentioned already, and I'm done, so I will tell you all about those things in a moment.
Thank you, Sue. Also running in District 2, Matt Leesmeyer.
Well, thank you, Doug. Thank you very much for having this forum, as has been mentioned, and thank you all for showing up here tonight. Just a little bit about myself. I am a graduate of Menifee Valley High School. I moved out to Menifee in 2001 and started my family here like a lot of people did. I married my wife in 2003. And, well, didn't do it perfect, but, I have a 7-year-old daughter now, and I've been very active in this community. When I first moved to this city, I met some of the people in part of the incorporation committee and got active with that, helped raise some money for that. And in 2008, we all know we incorporated. I was appointed to the Planning Commission in 2009. That was the inaugural Planning Commission, and ever since then, we've been working to build this city. I've been appointed the chairman 3 times by my colleagues. We've worked on projects such as the Menifee Town Center, the Menifee Lakes Plaza, the Five Guys, the Applebee's that are new here in town, and most recently, our greatest achievement so far is the general plan. The general plan will guide this city into the future and help create the city that we all want to live in. You know, we've had a lot of turnover in our city, 3 city managers, multiple planning directors. We've had 9 different planning commissioners. Throughout all that, the one thing that I've constantly maintained was you know, the ability to work through those obstacles and foster continuity and you know, get the right thing done for the city despite all the encumbrances we face. Again, thank you all for your time here tonight. I appreciate it. My name is Matt Leesmeyer, and I ask humbly for your vote on November 4th.
Thank you, Matt. Next, we have our current mayor, Mr. Scott Mann.
Thank you, Doug. Good evening, everybody. Good to see all of you. I'd like to thank you too, Doug, for hosting again and moderating another candidate forum here at Paloma Valley High School. You know, 2 years ago, Menifee voters elected me mayor to deliver strong leadership and to get Menifee back on track. As I spoke with many of you, many residents, you told me that we needed a plan to accomplish the following things. We needed to change the culture at City Hall. We need to advance economic development, attract new business, and bring more amenities to our neighborhoods. Improve infrastructure, traffic circulation, build new roads, and add traffic signals at key intersections. Establish the city's Parks and Recs Commission and the Senior Advisory Commission, or the committee. And to enhance public safety by adding more deputies on the street. Those are promises made and promises kept in 2014. I remain dedicated to those same priorities, and I pledge, if I'm re-elected, to keep Menifee moving in the right direction. You know, when you look around Menifee, you can see all the construction improvements happening before your very eyes. Roads, traffic signals, businesses, parks. All the things that you told us that you wanted in the city. Altogether, there's over 19 new businesses that have opened in the city. Restaurants and grocery stores, including the much anticipated 12-screen movie theater and bowling alley complex in the Menifee Town Center. Our property tax revenue is up 13% year over year. Our sales tax revenue is up 9% year over year. Our budget remains balanced. We're growing our reserves and we're putting money away for a future city hall and our own animal shelter. We're growing our own local economy and enhancing our public safety, despite the fact that Sacramento took away our DLF. With the right infrastructure in place, Menifee can attract the right kind of jobs and services while preserving our neighborhoods and rural areas. Having lived here for 24 years, I'm proud of the progress that we've made. Let's keep it going. I humbly ask for your vote. Let's keep Menifee moving in the right direction. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Now we have Gloria Sanchez, who's running in District 4.
Good evening. Thank you very much, Doug Spoon and Menifee 24/7 for having this candidate forum and for all of you for being here this evening. As the fresh voice on the City Council, I would approach issues with a unique perspective, independent spirit, and years of public service. I am aligned with no one and will vote for what's best for the residents of Menifee. My years of community involvement have prepared me for this position. My experience includes actively and positively participating on committees, councils, and boards with the city, county, and state. I am honored to have appointments from 3 county supervisors and our own city mayor. My goals are to support sustainable growth without compromising the spirit of our unique city and preserving our parks and open spaces. In neighborhoods that lack certain amenities, I will make those concerns a priority. I pledge to tackle our challenges head-on and help Menifee to be the thriving, dynamic city it is meant to be. I believe we're best served when public officials listen to residents. As a council member of District 4, I will restore community involvement in decisions affecting each district. Those who know me can verify that I don't give up. As a result, When something needs to be done, they call me for help. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Next, we have candidate for mayor, Paul Wiggins.
Well, I'm Paul Wiggins. I live in Romaland, a nice acre lot in a rural area. And what I really love about the community is the neighbors, the animals, everything. It's a great place to be. And as we're going on the years here, a lot of my neighbors just seem to feel that they're concerned about maintaining what the reason they came for. The reason I got into this race was the candidate had decided not to run because he said not taking developer money hurt him. Now that was the final thing. That's what made me get in. I felt that somebody needed to run without special interest money of any type and be able to be fully available to support the citizens of the city. Now, one of the things when I did my campaign started, I wanted to take it to the people. I've been out for almost 2 months, going door to door every day, talking with the people. And as I feel like I'm part of the community of Romaland, every door I knock on throughout the rest of the city, the people are wonderful. It seems like me being part of a community has grown with every person I've talked to. And it's just the people, especially in the core, the senior areas, are just wonderful people. One of the concerns at these people is that they came out here for a reason, and they're very concerned about preserving what they have. As the city grows and we have more traffic and more issues that come with it, it seems to be it's not quite what they came here. Now, one of the things that came up with this as I was walking around is thinking about the vision. What's the vision of the city? Whose vision is running this city?
That's your time, Paul.
That quick?